Hello and welcome back to Half a Clue Guilty Review. We're week 3 of our Guilty Pleasure, even though it's week 1 of March. Don't question it. It's fine. Somebody asked me what pick it is because it's my pick.
Hey, Blake, so in this third week of Guilty Pleasure movies, what is your pick for Guilty Pleasure?
I picked X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh. Okay.
Ew.
It's a rough one. It's very triggering, I think, for a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Fired Up again, to be honest.
Really?
Kind of.
I don't know about that.
See, Fired Up's growing on you. Just saying.
It's not growing on me at all.
I would not want to. I'd rather watch this than Fired Up. But
Thank you.
It is still a painful watch.
But welcome back. It's week 3. We're doing Guilty Pleasures. It's my pick. I picked.
What's you pick?
I picked X-Men Origins Wolverine. Do we have a prompt?
Not really. I mean, we can do like a quick plot breakdown. It's
Didn't we have that questionnaire from the last couple weeks?
Well, yeah. I mean, but we could just say what the plot of the movie is, where we start off. We're following Wolverine / Logan / James Howlett. We see him as a little kid. We see him grow up and his rivalry with his brother.
To be fair, you don't really see him grow up. It just kind of cuts to him being grown up and killing a bunch of people.
Fighting in every war. Like, he couldn't...
Sit one out.
He couldn't figure out anything to do other than go kill people. Like, it's the one thing he could do in his immortality is kill people.
Hey, look, he's the best at what he does.
What was that thing that I heard somebody say it about vampires? It's like, why are vampires always like super wealthy, right? And like living in like lives of opulence and stuff like that.
Sure.
And it's because like, well, you got to be pretty damn shitty at life to like not be able to live. You live that long and not be able to figure out something to actually just make money.
Are you calling Logan an idiot?
Yes, I am.
I mean, it's not like, I don't really think he cares about being rich or anything. He just wants to live
He just wants to kill people
in peace.
Well, he actually wants a normal life. That's like a thing that they go through all of these movies.
Yeah.
That's always his wish. He just wants to have a small town life, and then something awful happens to him.
And that's
kind of over again.
Yeah, and that's like the crux of like Wolverine as a character, is that like you know, the line where they say like he's the best at what he does, like that's straight from the comics, because like he is really good at killing people, and that's why, and he's just kind of called to do it again and again and again, even though he doesn't really want to or like to. But that's also part of it where it's like maybe he does kind of like it because it's like, you know, in his nature or whatever, and he's like fighting against that. It's like a whole thing.
Do you have any idea how many times in these movies someone will walk up to him and go, "The Wolverine"? He'll go, "That's not who I am anymore." That happens in like 6 of the X-Men movies.
Yeah, it really does.
I don't know. I kind of just think it's who you are, bro.
In this movie in particular, they hit like every cliche they could for Wolverine. It's pretty bad. I mean, just like in cliches for like action movies generally, you know.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Look what the cat dragged in.
All of Sabretooth's lines are awful. Like he speaks in just like shitty one-liners for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
that sucks. Sorry, because
yeah.
I really like him as Sabretooth.
Oh, Liev Schreiber is great. That's actually the biggest. The thing that upsets me more than this movie is the fact that they never brought Liev Schreiber back as Sabretooth.
Yeah.
He's great. I mean, he's not great, but you know, he fits the character very well.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I actually do like his chemistry with Hugh Jackman quite a bit. And it's a shame they never brought him for one of the good ones. Because that would have been fun. Or even another one of the bad ones. I would have taken him in like X-Men Apocalypse. Why not?
The thing is, if they wanted to bring him back for a good X-Men movie, they would have to make a good X-Men movie.
Oh, there's some great X-Men movies.
Yeah,
there's some good
Sure.
I actually kind of like. I'm excited to just talk about the X-Men franchise in general because it's. I swear to God, it's like one of my favorite film franchises, and it's because of that weird balance of. You have like really amazing movies on one end, and then you have like shit like this and X-Men 3 on the other. It's wildly unbalanced.
Maybe I've just only seen the shit ones.
There's some great movies in the X-Men franchise.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past is a really good movie.
Days of Future Past,
X2.
First Class, X2.
X2 is the
X2.
only. That's probably the best one I've seen, and it's okay.
well, Logan's also
Logan's
like
great.
Trash
Shut up.
movie.
Get out of here.
Shut up.
Awful movie.
But yeah, no, it's like, and their dynamic, yeah, it works really well, specifically with Liev Schreiber. Let's just lead with like what do we like about this movie, right?
Liev Schreiber.
The best aspects of it. Like, there's of course Hugh Jackman's performance, who is consistently great as Wolverine. Is the reason why he's been doing it for fucking almost 30 years at this point, which is insane. But he's a standout. Well, easily one of the best castings as a, like, you know, just in the past 30 plus years. He's perfect as Wolverine. He does the best he can with what's given to him, which is not great in this movie. It's pretty bad.
There's at least like 30 sexy hero poses that he does in this movie, though. That, like, it feels like that's all that this film is at some points.
Well, I mean, that's all they really have. Is
Yeah, Hugh Jackman was voted sexiest man alive the year before this movie came out. So they knew what they were doing.
That's all that this movie was about.
Get Hugh Jackman shirtless, have him kill people.
Yeah, and he's a good looking dude. They're making it work.
I don't like his haircut that much in this movie, though.
Really,
it's like a weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they're trying to make him look animalistic.
I guess it's just that mid to late 2000s haircut.
It's supposed to be the 70s. That like they kind of give him, like, for me, it's like this whole movie too. It's like they're trying their very best to not have it look like a comic book movie for like everything they can. And part of that is like, you know, they have like a little nod. They're like, you know how Wolverine's hair is a little bit frilly and wild and spiky? It's like, well, maybe if it's just kind of combed up a little bit. It's like, that's it. You know, oh, they gave him the mutton chops and like that was it. Like, you know, like a lot of this movie, like even more than the first X-Men movies, is like there's no one wears like a suit. No one wears anything that looks like remotely like a superhero costume. Like Wolverine's in like a t-shirt and jeans for like the entire, like a flannel.
He gets that leather jacket that is reminiscent of an X-Men suit.
That's pretty much as close as we get.
That guy just conveniently has like an X-Men looking.
His son was like the exact size of Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, he's like, oh, my son's clothes might fit you. It's like, yeah, he also happened to be like 6'4" or something. Like a jacked guy. Like, yeah, here you go.
He also liked motorcycles.
You like, are you my son?
You know, my son had weird metal claws coming out of his hands too. I guess his son wasn't immortal though.
Yeah, nope. I'm assuming that like he
died in the war.
Yeah, like in Nam and stuff, which is interesting. Well, what else works for this movie?
Aside from Liev Schreiber, I mean, not much. I think it's fun. I have fun watching this movie, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say a lot of it actually works in the way that they intended for it to.
Yeah, the action sequences are fun to watch, but like ironically, you know, it's not. I wouldn't call it good action. It's just funny to me.
No, they're not even like well structured or like, I don't know, as crazy as like Bad Boys 2, where it was like there's just boom, boom, boom. They're like firing on everything that just like kind of have this crazy momentum, and you know, like it's shot well enough, you know, and like there's a lot going into it. And this one is just like as generic as you can shoot an action sequence as you can.
Yeah, and it's a lot of that has to do with the really bad CGI.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. Like famously, like just.
But they try to show it off, though. Like that's the thing. Like all the special effects in this movie, like they really go hard. Like being like, "Oh, look at these special effects we're doing."
I think they assumed while they were filming it would look better in the end.
Yeah.
And there's the infamous shot when he's in like the old couple's bathroom. And it looks like PlayStation 2 graphics. Like, ooh, that's not good.
It's like, the thing is, it would have looked so much better if he was literally just like holding those knives you can get at like Pure Blades or whatever. Like, you know, the kinds you can just put over. It's like, because his hands weren't necessarily even some of the shots. It's like, why not just have some practical stuff? Like they've done it many times, like, or at least something like that in like in all the other X-Men movies. His claws look really good, actually, usually very solid. And then in this movie, it's just dog shit. But anyway, things that do work in this. Funny enough, I think the casting of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, pretty solid casting. Obviously, it paid off later.
Yeah.
But like, again, what they give him is nothing. It's just awful.
Well, and I think
Trapped
that
in an
that's
elevator with 4 guys with a high protein diet. Shut the fuck up.
that is one of the good things about this movie is because Deadpool was represented so dog shittedly in this movie. I think that it really gave Ryan Reynolds the oomph that he needed to actually go out and go make a good Deadpool movie.
Yeah, that's probably
absolutely.
the best thing about this movie is that like I think they bottomed out
Yeah.
and everyone was like, we gotta do better.
Well, yeah. Also, First Class wouldn't have existed without this movie, which is one of my favorite of the X-Men movies.
I think James Mangold taking on Wolverine and like for the Wolverine,
And then
which
eventually
which
Logan.
that movie's also
It's
like
okay.
like yeah, it's kind of a mess in a lot of
It's
ways.
better than this.
Oh yeah, it's way better than this.
Absolutely. But I think that's when they realized like we have to give this character to someone who knows what they're doing. Like actually can like really kind of take it more seriously and kind of try to handle this, you know, like that understands this character more because it feels like they don't really understand Wolverine or at least like,
any of the characters.
yeah,
Any of them.
all the characters. Every character in this movie is like wasted or poorly written or I don't know. It's sorry, I'm trying to stay positive, but I keep slipping.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, it's okay, Ron. They're just comic book characters. They aren't supposed to be good.
I mean,
You know what the problem with the Wolverine is, really quick, just for a
Yeah.
quick side tangent,
Yeah.
is that it's sandwiched. Nobody remembers it because it's sandwiched between this, which is like an abysmal piece of shit,
Yeah.
and Logan, which is a great movie.
Yeah.
So nobody ever really thinks about the Wolverine. I haven't seen it since theaters, and my opinion is probably like it was fine.
Wait, what's the Wolverine?
That's
it's
the
the
one
one
where
where
he's in,
he's
like,
in Japan.
Yeah.
He makes friends with the bear.
I've
yeah.
never fucking seen it.
Honestly,
it's okay.
Don't watch it. Yeah, you would hate it. But like, I remember watching Wolverine or the Wolverine, and then like, maybe like it got to the part where they're like fighting on top of like the subway train, and it's like really kind of goofy at that point. And then like, I remember I was watching it with my cousin, and he leans over to me and he's like, "This sucks." I was like. I was really trying to like it because I did like the opening sequence with the bear where I was like, this is some of my favorite Wolverine stuff we've seen in the movies. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like you see him like tortured. He's having visions of Jean, like all this stuff. I was like, oh, this is
Which I remember respecting that they made such a huge plot point part of X-Men 3, a movie that notoriously everybody hates.
Yeah.
I was like, I like that choice that they don't give a shit and they're just going with it. Sorry, on
Yeah.
our screen is the infamous.
That does look awful.
awful.
That
It
is
is.
just so bad.
it's like
Oh my god,
it's
that
like
looks bad.
it's like first gen like CGI. Like but this is 2009.
This is
So
like
like
the last shot they worked on in the movie or something. Like really, like I don't understand how it.
I just think they ran out of time. I think that's what happened.
well,
Because-
okay. Dude. Well, we should talk about too one thing that's really
I will say reflections are hard
yeah, but he's
when
also
you're doing CG.
but he's in his it's like right that close to the camera, especially for a close-up shot of his claws. That he's first time he's examining his claws, and it looks like shit. It's so crazy. Like they couldn't.
It's awful.
Like I don't know, but okay. So one thing that's really interesting about this movie is that it got leaked
yes, the
back in
famous
2009.
leak.
The only time I ever watched this movie prior to last night was I saw the leaked version. My buddy got a copy of it when it came out, or before it came out, I guess.
Did either of you guys also see this leaked
I've never
version?
seen the leaked version.
I
no.
did not see the leaked version.
I watched it when it came out because I was so hyped. I was like, X-Men are like my favorite superhero team, and Wolverine's awesome. So I was like so hyped for it. And I remember when it came out, I was like, dude, we gotta watch it. So like me and I think Ricardo, like we watched it, or at least chunks of it, and just looking at it, be like, wow, this looks definitely incomplete. So apparently the story behind it was that Rupert Murdoch actually requested a copy of the film that was unfinished at the time so he could just watch it because he was excited. He's like, I want to see it. So then they're like, okay, we don't usually do this, but they burned a copy onto like a DVD, and they assembled a cut onto this like computer that they had where they were like recording ADR with like Hugh Jackman and stuff. And then afterwards, like after they saw the cut, they were like, you know what, Rupert, like this, like, it's not really a good cut. Like, you should probably just wait till it comes out. Like, it doesn't look good. And he was like, all right, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But then they decided to keep it on the hard drive or whatever, because they're like, he might ask for it again anyway, so let's just keep it there. And then apparently someone who worked in the building who hasn't been identified, but it was like somebody that worked there, could have been like a cleaning person, who knows, but they found it.
A hero.
Yeah, they burned it onto a DVD, and then they somehow distributed it. It somehow ended up in the hands of some other guy who then who uploaded then online to like a pirating website, and then he's the one who ended up getting in trouble, and I think he went to prison for like a year, which is like one of the only times that that's like ever happened, where they actually tracked down somebody who like loaded up a film illegally and prosecuted them. Which like a year, I mean, that's not that bad. I mean, I'm sure it sucks going to prison
That's a long
no matter
time.
what. Yeah, but like a year is like, it's not the. I don't know. Like apparently when Tony Scott found out that this movie got leaked, he was like, fuck him, shoot him. It's like, Jesus, Tony. But like,
So did it end up being the final cut?
no.
Okay.
It's
so
horrific.
they still fixed
Like
it.
there's a lot of like
Wires in the frame.
CG
right?
Blue
CG
screens.
shots that are just not complete at all.
Okay.
I remember.
They're like ragdolling and they're like they look like dolls.
It
and
looks-
they completed them?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
very
they-
goofy. Extra goofy. People at the time were like, I think at like something like 10 million people ended up watching that copy, which is like massive. Like that doesn't like, it's crazy. But yeah, and then there was fallout for it that happened. But I don't know. The movie itself ended up performing like okay, I think. So it's not like it hurt the performance that much, but maybe it would have been bigger. Like who knows? But like at that point, people were already talking about like, yeah, this movie kind of sucks outside of just the bad effects that aren't finished. But and then the movie came out and the effects still didn't look finished. So it's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah, this movie sucks.
I don't know. I think that they really wasted a lot of potentially good characters in this film.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially like
Gambit?
Gambit. Yeah. Gambit, they kind of just shoehorned him in for like what, 2 scenes?
yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah. Oh, you want to do like flashy card tricks? That's what
But
you're
he
going to
does-
do with Gambit. Like
he
they
does
didn't even
one
like.
card trick. Gambit's like that's like his whole thing is the card tricks and the staff. And he literally just has that one moment where he's already playing cards, so it doesn't even look like cards are like his thing at all. He just happened to have cards on hand, and he was like, "Here you go." And then after that, he's just flipping around and hitting people with the stick.
Poor Taylor
I
Kitsch.
didn't hate
And they didn't even
Taylor
set it up
Kitsch.
well.
I mean, I don't know him. I don't know Gambit very well. Like, I don't know anything about the character. I thought he
Yeah.
was fine in this movie. Again, like,
I think he
he
wanted.
did what he could with what he had.
I
Yeah.
believe the intention was that he was going to get his own movie down the line, but everybody hated him in this, so then it was going to be Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
But then that never happened.
Well, Channing Tatum was like championing to do a Gambit
Yeah,
movie
for
for
years.
like a decade. Like he really wanted to do it, which is why later in Deadpool and Wolverine he got his chance,
yeah.
which is great. It's hilarious, but that's like a comedic depiction of it, which I think was great because a lot of people even at the time as like a fan, I was like I only knew Channing Tatum from like Magic Mike and stuff, and I was like he wants to be Gambit. I was like fuck no, like that sounds awful. And Taylor Kitsch, which yeah, poor Taylor Kitsch. This guy is just always attached to like
the worst projects
yeah,
ever.
it's like everything he gets onto, like he's always good or like fine,
Fine.
but then like the project fails. It's like John Carpenter,
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter, and what was it? Even True Detective season 2, like that was like most
Savages,
people say it's
was
the
he in
worst one.
Savages. I think he's like
Yeah, I think he's in Savages.
which has one of the worst endings of a movie. I've
Yeah,
ever
it
seen.
has the same ending as
Twilight. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say though, but Miles, don't worry. They don't. These movies don't have continuity. They don't
Dude.
waste any characters. That's my favorite thing about this franchise is that like if they just want a character from the comic books to be in a movie, it doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. They'll put them
No.
in it. There's like 3 Emma Frosts.
There's like
fucking-
4 Toads. I counted them. I was like, there's 4 different versions of Toad.
when we were
Not
Is there a
watching-
toad in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end, right?
Yeah, he's part of the group that they released. It's like,
when,
why?
When me and Jason were watching this, I'm like, this is one of like fucking 8 actors who's gonna play Stryker.
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he dies on like 3 separate occasions.
Yeah.
Like these movies don't give a shit. I love the lack of continuity between like the Fox X-Men movies.
But here's the thing, okay? If they
It's
had
like
cut
3
out,
Jubilees, right?
no, there's only
Maybe.
been one because they don't put
No,
Jubilee
because
in
I
like
think
any
she's
movies.
in like X-Men 3 and then she's in Apocalypse.
She
right?
wasn't
She's
in
in
X-Men
X-Men
3.
3?
Is
No,
she?
she
Maybe
wasn't.
not.
No.
I
No,
think her first
Jubilee
time
was
was in
only in
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, I thought.
As far as I know.
Yeah. But the thing is, if they hadn't put Gambit in this movie, they could have cut out like a nice solid like 15 minutes from it and, kind of shortened it up, tightened up this movie just a little bit, then I wouldn't have had to watch as much.
I like how Gambit just has a plane.
Yeah.
Is that a comic thing, Ron?
I don't
you're a
think
nerd.
so. I don't
Does
think
Gambit have like a plane normally?
Look, yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know. Maybe he does. That's like a thing that he's, I don't know if it's a reference, but it definitely feels like just a straight up convenience. They're like, how are they going to get from point A to point B?
Look,
like,
I don't know.
flies.
Maybe with the teleport guy.
Well, he was
Well,
dead.
he
He
dies.
just got his spine ripped out.
Well, they didn't have to do that. If the Gambit stuff hadn't happened,
Okay,
they
so
wouldn't have had to do that.
talking about terrible casting this movie,
Will
Will I
I Am.
Am.
Will I Am.
Oh man, dude! Like again,
You've done bad things, Logan.
What character is he? I don't even know.
I don't actually. I'm not familiar with that character either. I know there's
He's
a couple.
generic teleporting mutant. Okay.
Okay.
There are better ones like Blink in Days of Future Past. She was really cool. I think she has like one line in that movie, but she's already way cooler than Will I Am is in this movie.
We were hunting our own kind, Logan.
Dude, he's so bad. I don't even know if Will I Am is like acted in anything else, but like it's just like it's just weird. I remember I was really excited when Dominic Monaghan was gonna be in this movie. Monaghan, sorry, because I was like I obviously love Lord of the Rings. Like Lost was like around this time, like he's I don't know.
They don't give him much.
No, they give him nothing.
him 2 scenes where he did stuff. He was
Yeah.
like, "Boss, they're on the line for you," and then he died. Yeah,
He just dies, and I was like bummed already. I was like, oh well, that sucks.
I was saying he has the lamest power, but my wife pointed out, she brought up Heroes, which is also a huge piece of shit, by the way, but she brought up Micah from Heroes. I'm like, oh yeah, he has like that same power set, and it's way cooler in
Yeah,
that.
kind of like technology.
Just like being able
like
to control. In Heroes, they say he quote unquote talks to machines.
Yeah.
And here it's more like he can kind of control them.
But he has like more like electric, like I don't know, because like he also just like kind of works with like electricity, I guess, or
it's like
something
electromagnetic. Like he can sense it and kind of control it and manipulate
Yeah,
it.
because like when he dies, he like there's like a little EMP, I guess, that like kills all the power in the carnival or whatever. It's like I don't know. There again, there's so much potential. That's just like that could be cool.
Like how sad
They
they
could
make
figure out-
him seem at the end.
Yeah, Miles, you mentioned that like he could possibly just kill people because we run on electricity.
Yeah.
Like
no,
just-
he could just like touch somebody and they're dead.
yeah,
Like,
or not even touch him. He seems like he just is around.
yeah. I mean, like he could even kill Logan.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Like theoretically, like just shut off his heart. I mean, like
yeah.
yeah.
Right now we're at the part where like Cyclops shows up for some reason. This is I think is supposed to be another one of the spin-offs. They wanted to do a Cyclops origin movie, and like this was because this movie was supposed to be the start of like a
several,
whole other
yeah.
thing, and it just again leads nowhere. Cyclops is totally wasted in this, like he is in like the entire franchise. Really,
Yeah, they've never done anything interesting with Cyclops.
outside of X-Men '97, if you want good X-Men shit, X-Men '97 is fantastic.
That's the like X1 in that like series of 3 X-Men movies.
No, that one's
No.
it's like the animated one that picks up from the original like 90s X-Men cartoon.
Oh,
It's really good. It's done.
still didn't know about that one.
What's
I
the
didn't even
original-
know there was a 90s cartoon for X-Men.
Oh, dude, you definitely know.
No.
you must have pictured. It's like da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na.
What's the
No.
original?
If
What?
you were to see like screenshots, you would.
No,
recognize
I
You don't know the like. It's like the X-Men theme song. Really?
Yeah.
dude, I'm being honest with you right now. I'm not that into X-Men or any of these like
Neither
comic
am
book
I, but I
things.
know of that show.
Yeah,
I dude,
pretty iconic.
Hold on.
Flagged for that.
Probably.
dude, no,
That's crazy.
You've
You don't know
never
that.
seen
I've
or heard
never
of this?
seen this.
Wow, that is crazy.
Well, maybe I'll have to watch this at some point.
That blows my mind a bit because
That
that's
does
like
blow my mind.
that's how like a whole generation of like X-Men fans.
Maybe
really came
that's
from.
why
That's
I
why I was
didn't care
excited
about
about it
any
as
of
a
these.
kid. Yeah.
That's probably why I didn't care about any of
Huh.
this. I thought it was just like comic books and then the movies.
No, the
no.
cartoons got arguably a bigger following than the movies.
Yeah.
People love that cartoon.
Yeah, which is why when they did the revival, like 2-3 years ago at this point, people were really excited because they were like, we're just going back to what everybody loved pretty much. And then
I really want them to do that for the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the one I watched like a lot
Dude,
as a kid.
talking about what got me into the character. That's what made me love Spider-Man so much. I was like, yeah, dude.
I always refer to it as the one where Harry has red hair.
Yeah.
That's how I reference that movie or
Yeah.
that show.
That's how he usually is depicted, as red hair.
No,
so
but
it
like
kinda
he has
makes
like
sense.
that really in that show specifically. He has that really like defined hair.
It's interesting. Okay, I'm lost track. Sorry, we're talking.
Where are we? We have a prompt.
Yeah.
I feel like
They
Miles
kept calling this guy Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durand. Sorry.
It's close. It's close
Yes.
enough to make that mistake.
Let's talk about the Blob guy.
Also from Lost.
Really?
Oh, he is. He's on the Not Penny's boat thing.
Yeah, he's on
right?
the freighter. He's like the villain of season 4.
Which is the worst season.
I watched it last year. I was, it is what it is. I like things about it. That guy infamously kind of plays a huge piece of shit in like everything for some reason.
Yeah.
He's always like a villain. He's always like a really petty like villain for some reason. This is like his most likable character.
Well,
Except for the fact that he sounds like Buffalo Bill the entire time.
he's just like doing like, okay, yeah, oh, that's very funny, Logan. Like he looks so goofy, which I know Blob in particular is like a goofy character to look like because he's just a morbidly obese guy. But yeah, I don't know. He looks not great. But the same dude, he also played small. I was gonna say Lil Jon. What the fuck? The guy from Robin Hood. The guy is like Robin Hood's buddy. Can't remember.
I think
Small
it's Little John.
Was it Little John?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't that what you call your cock?
God,
No.
that shouldn't have been funny.
Okay.
That was a delayed laugh, Jason.
Okay.
mainly laughing at Miles' reaction.
I'm sorry.
This movie also like it peaks so early with like the opening sequence, which is
Like
awesome.
And it's like maybe this should have been the movie.
Dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I definitely would have preferred to see him like struggling with the perils of going through a bunch of different wars and stuff like that, and just trying to keep his buddy in line. You know?
I feel like Miles and Jason both got an intensive questionnaire that I am not receiving.
Okay, sorry. So what actually works better than this movie than people give it credit for? What's something that you think?
Oh, we already went over that.
Yeah,
Liev
we
Schreiber.
did. Okay. Is there a performance or scene or line that always gets you?
The whole movie.
You like the whole movie?
I think it's hilarious, to be honest.
So is this movie accidentally good or is it just intentionally entertaining?
Wait, what?
I don't know. That's a bad question.
That does not work for this one. It's neither.
Okay.
It's accidentally bad.
How often have you rewatched this movie, do you think?
Oh, I've seen this movie a lot, to be honest.
You know what's funny is like so I remember watching it back when it came out, and then I've seen it like maybe like 2 or 3 times over the years. Like even 3 seems like too much because I remember just being like, just annoyed, like nerd annoyed at this movie. I was like, this movie's so dumb. But I do have like a memory of like watching at least like the majority of it with you at your house or something.
Yeah, that was in 2017, I think.
Yeah, we were watching a lot of like bad superhero movies at that point.
Yeah, I think we had just watched Fantastic Four 2 or something, which is also way worse than this, by the way. I would much rather watch this.
Dude, I disagree. I think Fantastic Four 2 is Rise of the Silver Surfer is a better movie than this movie. I think it was just there's issues with it, but I think overall it's a better movie.
You know what's funny about that movie, and don't quote me like at gunpoint for this, but I remember like the last scene, it literally ends with them like walking and talking, and they're like, wow, we sure did save the day, and we learned how to work together. We wouldn't have been able to do it if we hadn't like learned to work as a team. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, the dialogue is about on par with this. And
Yeah.
I feel like the Fantastic Four movies have had just about as many reboots as the X-Men series.
I mean, they've had
They
there's
rebooted it twice, right?
4 times.
Four?
There's the 90s movie that didn't come out.
yeah.
That was made purely for copyright reasons.
there's the 2000s,
Early 2000s one. Yeah.
the Josh Trank.
There's Josh Tranks.
And then there's
Fan
now the
Four Stick,
MCU.
and now
They've
the
actually
MCU.
never rebooted these technically. It's
No.
all
Even now in the MCU when everyone was waiting, like I was like, dude, I can't wait for them to like start from scratch. They can kind of just clean up all of the crap and all the lessons they've learned from these movies that they can like actually do something solid, and then they're like, nope, we're actually bringing back the whole Fox X-Men crew, and it's like, why? They're all old, which there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it's kind of bad if you're trying to build a new franchise out of characters that are like all like in their late 50s now. It feels like it's like there's this problem here. Fuck, Hugh Jackman wanted to retire. He was like,
he wanted to retire in like 2015.
Yeah, like he was like, I'm getting like diabetes from like constantly having to like maintain this like body. I can't do it anymore. And then they got him to come back for Deadpool and Wolverine. And I don't know. It's like, and Hugh Jackman, I mean, not Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, poor guys.
They're just so old. And Ian McKellen's coming back for fucking Gandalf as well.
Hey, it's okay to recast characters.
At least that's
guys.
a good character.
Yeah,
it is a great character, but he's like fucking 95.
Yeah.
I also, leave my goddamn Fox X-Men movies alone. This is my beautiful disaster, and I don't want they are dumb in a completely different way than the MCU movies. And the MCU movies, the worst MCU movie, they're just bad in different ways. Like I like all of these X-Men movies so much. Like I'll watch The Last Stand, I'll watch X-Men Origins, I'll watch Apocalypse. Like I love these movies so much for some reason.
They are entertaining. That if nothing else, they
make this like when they're bad, it's because they make the most bafflingly stupid fucking decisions possible in such a fun way where it's like, oh my god, nobody thought about this at all. Like when the MCU movies are bad, they're bad because they're boring. Like not because of the outstandingly stupid writing that they sometimes do in these.
It's pretty bad, but it's also entertaining, and it's like, I don't know, it's like if you're gonna make me watch a bad movie, at least have it be fun and I can laugh at it. Because like as I was watching this movie, I kept like time after time where I'm like, see, that's an interesting idea, and then they just don't execute it well. Like the idea of like Sabretooth and Wolverine being brothers, that's not a thing in the comics. They're just like rivals that have been like fighting for decades and decades because they just hate each other. And Wolverine's just like a sadist, or Sabretooth's like a sadistic psycho. And it's like, but them having like that connection, it kind of makes a lot of sense. I don't know. It works. I think it's an interesting idea.
It's the smartest idea in this movie. It's just not executed
in the
very
first
well.
X-Men. Were they not brothers?
No.
Oh,
in that one, he's just a guy. Like they don't even know each other in that movie.
And he's more like a caveman in that movie.
Yeah.
He's very like feral.
And then like the actual Sabretooth is like a mix of both, where he is more like a savage kind of feral guy, but then at the same time he is like cunning and like ruthless and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, there's a balance there that I think if Liev Schreiber had time to like kind of for them to like develop the character further, if he showed up again, another thing, it would have been really dope. Which apparently he was supposed to show up in Logan, I think.
That would have been really cool. I wish that happened because, like, I am really saddened and disappointed.
He's kind of just perfect for the role.
Yeah. Especially like opposite Hugh Jackman. They just like they work together really well, and I would have loved to seen a good version of this.
That being said, he just shows up, looks ominous, then stabs somebody. Like that's literally all that he does.
He fits the role very well.
Yeah, he's very menacing. I will say
and he gets like that animal part down, I think.
Yeah, and he doesn't. For all the things that do look really goofy and dumb in this movie, his animalistic kind of side, it actually kind of works. Like they made him like, they definitely pull back on Sabretooth, who usually has like a crazy big wild man like hair and like he's like, rah, and he's like a whole thing. But like they find a good balance of grounding him and also keeping his like his intimidating nature,
And I kind of like the whole frenemy. Like I know it's way more on the enemy side, and they definitely make Sabretooth like an awful, vile person. But I do like that kind of relationship they just have where they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to kill you, just kidding." Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a wasted opportunity that they never did anything with that.
I think it would have been cool if they did like a Highlander. There can only be one type thing between the two of them.
Honestly, that's more interesting. I just also hate the way they end it, where they're like, "I guess we're like buddies now." It's like, "'Cause you're my little brother," and then it's like, so they're on just good terms now? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Like, especially if you're trying to build them up to be like rivals and stuff for like eternal, immortal, like feral man rivals. Like their bloodlust for each other should be like they should just want to kill each other on sight every time. Like, you know what I mean?
Even that doesn't matter because he loses his memory at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he had
God.
showed up in Logan, they would have just ignored that. I fucking guarantee. These movies have no continuity. It
Yes,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. Like, I guarantee you, if they brought Sabretooth back, he would have just remembered him.
Yeah,
which-
that might be why they decided not to bring him back, because it'd have to add like 20
Oh,
minutes
they,
of the
they,
movie.
they didn't think about that.
So, is there a version of this movie that you think is genuinely good with some few changes?
Maybe. The biggest problem with the movie, I mean, there's a lot, but the biggest to me is kind of like just how fucking fast it goes through every single aspect.
Yes.
Like, okay, we see them as kids, 2 minutes, boom. We see them through the war, boom. We get like what, 2 scenes with his wife, like maybe
Yeah.
3. And by the way, the one where she talks about the story is so funny.
Oh,
It's
They're just
so
like hanging
goofy.
out in their living room. Do you know why the moon is so lonely? It's like nobody has ever thought that. No two couples. Well, there's never been a couple that's had that conversation. That's never happened.
I just had that conversation.
So like
But it just speeds through every single
really does.
aspect. It's like we get 5 minutes per section. It feels like bullet points. It doesn't feel like a
Dude,
plot.
even
see,
though,
for me, I think
Yeah.
that's a plus, right?
Why?
Because that's less to have to watch.
well, the
I would have been happy if they took
mean, if they
everything
f-
down to 2 minutes a
if
section.
they focused on something and
No.
expanded upon it,
would've been
maybe
good.
it would have been better.
Honestly, I think that this movie could have been great. Well, maybe not great, but better if they had done like an anthology style thing where it was like kind of more like, okay, these are different like sections of his life, like things that he went through, and it's like 4 30-minute anthology sections.
Honestly, that doesn't sound bad to me.
Right.
Because that you could get a little more like, all right, Wolverine when he was a kid, Wolverine when he was going through the wars, Wolverine during the Weapon X program, and like, I don't know, something maybe after that when he's like living on his own and like,
Yeah.
before he finds the X-Men.
And then you
that
have-
would have been actually, I think, a really solid idea.
And then you have Sabretooth there, and
He's just
his
like
role
scattered
kind of
throughout.
changes throughout each of these different sections, and you see
Yeah.
how their
Yeah, that could be
relationship evolves,
So-
and then you make that very important.
So like one of the things that bugs me the most about this is the Weapon X like section, which is so frustrating again because as a fan of the X-Men movies and of like the cartoons and stuff, it's like Wolverine's backstory was always like really steeped in like mystery and like there's a lot of like different there's like retcons and canonical differences of like how he gets his a lot of different things or whatever. And then the Weapon X program in particular is probably maybe the most iconic outside of I guess like Old Man Logan at this
That's
point.
why they've done it like 4 times in
They
this
have.
movie.
Yes, it's like it's really there's a lot that goes into it. I think that would be really cool to explore, and it's one of my favorite sequences in I think it's the first X-Men movie and X2.
X-Men 2.
When he goes to the base and he's touching stuff and he has like flashes like memories of it, and it looks so crazy. Like he's like running through the halls like naked, like covered in blood. He's like looking at his claws that are protruding from his arms, and he's just like gushing blood. And he's like, ah, it's like screaming in agony. And it's like, whoa, like what happened? How did what's going on here? And it's like in this movie, it's maybe 5-minute sequence. He breaks out. He kills like 2 guys, and then he's gone, and that's it. And it's like, what?
This movie like doesn't need to exist because of X-Men 2. Because
Yes,
X-Men
that's-
2 is like half of X-Men 2 is already kind of like a
It's very much a
Wolverine
movie.
origin movie.
Yeah.
And then he fights what's her name?
Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah, he like fights her and like I don't know, it feels like we didn't need this movie. And then they fucking do it again in X-Men Apocalypse anyways.
They do.
Which is and honestly that sequence is better than this whole movie.
Absolutely.
And that's an awful movie.
I literally rewatched it because I was like, I just want to see the part where he breaks out of the Weapon X program. Which that one, the thing is, there's already like a really solid canonical reason why he doesn't remember things, or at least from like his past before the Weapon X program and stuff. And it's like basically, they're mind wiping him. They're like trying to create him into like the ultimate weapon and everything. And they're like basically like they put the thing on his head and he's like, saying all these different things. And it's like, that's cool. But then so they had it. So I think what the problem is they needed to add that into this movie. So they put it in like halfway through. And then they were like, but we can't have him forget everything before this because then it doesn't connect with anything else. So then they're like, he doesn't forget. Instead, he gets his amnesia from getting shot in the head with
brain
adamantium bullets,
bullets.
which is like the dumbest thing. Because I remember thinking, I was like, he shoots him in the head. That means he has 2 bullet-sized holes in his skull from then on, because the adamantium doesn't heal.
Yeah.
And now he's just in like later in the movies when like Professor X and Jean are like looking at his skeleton, wouldn't they be like, oh, you got 2 bullets in your head, bro? And like maybe we pull those out, get your memories back. Like I don't know.
You're trying to make sense of this, Ron.
Never try to do continuity. How come Emma Stone is a how come Emma Frost is a hero in the 70s, but in First Class she's like, what's his name? Kevin Bacon's like sidekick.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It's
why is Professor X able to walk here?
But he's already paralyzed in the 60s.
And
God, Patrick Stewart looks awful.
Yeah,
Dude, he
the
looks
digital
so
de-aging
bad.
so stupid. Like, why the fuck does he even show up in this? Like, it's so dumb.
It's again.
And if anything, it takes away from these characters. Like, shouldn't they be able to find a way to get off the island on their own?
Or wouldn't it be better to see Wolverine like try to save these people? And then, he's trying to deal with like, oh, and then I'm going to go fight my brother. I don't know. Something more than it's just like... Even Gambit's like, oh, I'll go take care of the kids. He like goes and then he disappears for the fight scene. And then he comes back and he's like, I guess the kids are fine.
No, he sees them. He sees them getting on a helicopter. He's like, all right, I guess this has been handled.
I have no idea who those people are or where they're taking them, but
even though I don't know what Gambit's real motivation is, like, I guess I'll accept like this crazy wild man with claws is like, hey, I'm gonna go kill like all the people that tortured you.
He's like, okay,
but I never got that he was in it for like some heroic grand purpose.
No,
like he's just like on it. Like I think that's what he says. He's like, I'm on it, and then he's like, oh, never mind. Hey, I don't remember you. Okay, bye.
Yeah, it's like that's the dumbest thing too. Is like again the amnesia thing. It's like if Wolverine is then on this quest to like recover his memories, wouldn't he be like, hey, I did meet that one guy who knew exactly who I was, or at least like, maybe I should find that guy and ask him what happened.
No, because he wants to find his own way. Okay,
it's like he's like,
I can't find that guy because it won't be my own way.
I guess I'll go be a cage fighter.
Oh man, yeah. Even that like where they give him the name like Wolverine through that like stupid story. It's like it's so lame. It's like why would he then keep that name moving forward?
Also, does that mean like he wouldn't know his name is James Howlett in the future? Because his tag just says Logan.
It just says Logan, yeah.
Yes, which they don't even explain that. Where does Logan come from?
But by the time we get to Logan, remember like his like legal name is still James Howlett because that's like what like the Uber thing says.
What?
So remember he's like driving for Uber basically, and like Logan.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember that. It says James Howlett.
If you look, it says like driver James Howlett. So like that's still legally his name.
Why do they keep on like making all this confusing then?
He doesn't even have paperwork or anything. Like why would he even go with that name? That's just a wink for them, I think, in Logan.
Well, I do think that is comic accurate. His name is like
yes,
that,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like
we don't know why he
in the
actually
story,
goes by Logan.
in the actual story, it doesn't make sense why he would use that name.
So where does Logan come from even?
So in the comics, like after, actually in the comics, the origin of like him growing up in Canada and killing the guy who killed the guy who he thought was his father, but he ends up killing his actual father and everything. That's like straight from the comics. But the difference is that he also has like a friend who lived with him, is like this girl, and she runs off with him. And then while he's like they're on the run, basically, she just gives him the name Logan, kind of just because she's like, oh, we'll just call you Logan because he can't be James Howlett anymore. And then he just sticks with that. And then like eventually like he is like cage fighting and stuff, and people call him the Wolverine because he's like a ferocious tiny guy, which again, it makes more sense why they call him Wolverine in the comics than because Hugh Jackman's like a really big guy. But like whatever. But I mean, so there's that. In this movie though, why do they call him Logan? I don't know. they just.
I think like maybe it's. I think it could be implied that after he walks away from like Stryker's death squad thing, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go by Logan, so they can't find me." But then Stryker just finds him anyways. Yeah. And by the way, one of the worst directed moments of the whole movie, like when Stryker comes up, Agent Zero just like fucking shoots his.
Oh yeah, it's so bad.
And
dude.
like, there's like employees around and stuff, and none of them react to it. Like,
No.
hey, if you're at work,
And it
if
wasn't
you're-
even America.
If you're at work and some guy comes up and shoots your coworkers like fucking cigar out of their mouth, I assume you'd have a reaction to that.
No, it's because the bullet goes. Pew.
yeah, I don't think anyone noticed.
Yeah, he's got like an insane silencer
And
that makes it go. Pew.
Before I forget, I have to fucking talk about the opening scene really quick because me
Yeah.
and Jason were talking about this last night. It's such a fucking weird and or bad decision to cast his fake dad as a guy who looks exactly
dude, what the
like Hugh
fuck?
Jackman.
Yeah.
His fake dad looks
I even
exactly
said before we found out that he wasn't his dad, I was like, dude, great casting.
Yeah.
Like, looks just
But-
like
but
him.
then
I actually
conversely-
thought it was Hugh Jackman.
And then conversely, the other guy who's actually his dad looks exactly like Liev Schreiber.
Yeah.
Like it would have been perfectly cast if they had been half brothers or something. But like the implication that this guy is not fucking Hugh Jackman's dad, then why did you cast someone that looks exactly like he would like grow up
Yeah,
to be?
if like they both had the same mom but like different dads,
It would work. It'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, good casting, because the other guy looks exactly like Liev Schreiber. But
Yeah.
like what?
No.
Oh, it's just such
just
bad directing, such bad cast. It's so stupid.
They
Bad
both just
writing.
inherited their dad's like mutton chops, like side that little beard that they both have, and that's how you know they're brothers. Yeah,
Like I
it's
said,
baffling.
though, this movie wasn't meant to be good. It was meant to just show off sexy Hugh Jackman.
Well, the best. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask a question, but yeah,
Oh, you
go.
ask.
Well, I was gonna say, like, when you revisit this movie, is there like a moment that you look forward to? Is there like a scene that you're like, oh, actually, this
Oh, the last fight scene is. I love watching it.
where they again?
Types of decapitate.
Dude, that's the funniest part of the whole fucking movie when Stryker like manually types in decapitate into the computer. You don't have a better way to do this. You have to actually go in and type decapitate. Like the part when he fucking cuts off Deadpool's head and it's
Yeah.
like fucking bringing down the whole whatever that power generator thing
Silo
is.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I love it. I love that last fight scene. And they kind of rip off like ironically something people also hate. They kind of rip off like the Darth Maul shot. Like I
of
feel
the
like
blades coming out.
yeah, like
Yeah,
or
yeah.
just like
His-
when the door's slowly opening, the dun dun.
Yeah, he has
Dun,
like the little
dun, dun.
Baraka blades that come out of his forearm.
Which don't make physiological sense at all.
They should be like they should be the length at most of Wolverine's
Yeah.
claws, but they're like fucking like 3-4 feet long. It's
So
crazy.
is this something that's like comic book accurate? The like
Deadpool is like that.
Weapon 11?
No, well,
like
I mean,
I'm like I don't understand it.
well, not really. Deadpool has like he's part of like he's one of the people in like he's like in a bastardized Weapon X program or whatever, which is just an offshoot of the Super Soldier program, which is the origin of like honestly like
Captain
half the
America.
heroes in Marvel. like half the people that like, you know, like from Captain America, Hulk, Wolverine, Bucky, like there's so many characters, even Sentry, like they all kind of like are offshoot of someone trying to replicate the Weapon X thing, or I mean the Super Soldier thing, which whatever. But like no, Deadpool is like he's part of it's like a much darker, like shittier version. Actually, in the Deadpool movie, they do a better job of like showing basically what happens. Like he has cancer, and then like his healing factor gets like boosted, and he becomes all gross, and he also kind of loses his mind in that one, which they don't really show that in the movie. But no, it's not like this at all. Although Deadpool can teleport sometimes, like he has like I think it's like a belt or something,
Just like
that gives him
Bigfoot.
the ability. Yeah.
Can teleport sometimes.
It's like, but the thing I was even telling Miles like before this because we were watching it is like the opening scene where you see Deadpool like talking or Wade talking to the other guys and he's like talking about like, oh, you bring swords out of your ex-girlfriend's wedding or whatever. That to me is a little bit more like what Deadpool's usually is depicted in the comics of like kind of being a crazy, like, you know, murderous dude. Like in the Ryan Reynolds movies, they kind of made him more just like goofy and like funny and stuff. But like he's a little more sadistic and like crazy. Like he's legit crazy in the comics. But so I thought like, oh, they captured that well. And then the next scene, he's just annoying. Like for the rest of the movies, I mean, he only gets one more scene, but he's just an annoying guy in that. And it's like, it's just dumb. It's dumb. But
oh,
whatever.
is this movie dumb?
Yeah.
I hadn't picked up on that.
Hold on, we just saw the part when they're like Wolverine fights Sabretooth for like the last time, and like he's gonna kill the other lady that was his wife who was like tricking him or whatever. But like it has my favorite dumb shot in this movie where like Wolverine always like pops out his claws from like, you know, like he's like, you know, fists pointed forward and up like like he does that like in every freaking movie because it's a cool look and it works.
A good hero shot.
Yeah, but in this part for some reason he ports it with like his palms like facing down like away, and he has like his arms facing forward like in the really awkward angle, and he just goes it's such an awkward like why would you do that? It just looks so goofy. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Also, there's like no guards in this facility where they're keeping like 20 super enhanced mutants, and there's not one guard. Nobody. There's just Sabretooth is there around sometimes.
And like also
and like
who kind of doesn't really give a shit.
No, he doesn't. He just catches them and he's out probably doing something else.
Do they even have their powers suppressed?
I don't even think they do. I mean, they show them like
Yeah.
locked in cages, and some of them have like, I guess, special restraints, I guess. But whatever.
I know the answer is because this is a prequel, but like I feel like either the wife or Sabretooth would have definitely killed Stryker by the end of this
yes,
movie.
absolutely.
Like one of them would have.
Like, why would you not? Like, why did she not? Like,
Because it would make them just as bad as her. Like, no.
Just from a story standpoint, when he shows up and she's like, "I'm not gonna make you kill yourself. That would make us just as bad as you. So just keep walking until you die." I guess
you have to show up in X-Men too.
Yeah.
And like 8 more times,
Yeah.
played by 8 different actors.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a stupid fucking movie. What do you want? See the Darth Maul shot.
Yeah.
There's the Darth Maul shot.
Oh, it's bad.
Is that really what you want to rip off?
I mean, that is arguably the best sequence in that movie.
There's no
Oh,
good sequences in that movie.
I mean that fight's pretty cool.
I'm not going to get into defending Phantom Menace anyway.
That we don't talk about Star Wars.
Blake, you know what?
You see how they try to like give him the diamonds? It's so like, oh my god.
But Blake,
Yeah.
you're the one who brought up the Darth Maul shot.
Yeah, I
just
know, I
saying.
know.
So
Shut the fuck up. You didn't even watch this movie. Yeah, by the way, Miles didn't watch this movie.
I watched it. I just watched it in the background.
He didn't-
had it on.
He didn't pay
You
attention.
thought
You played it on your television.
Yes.
You thought Sabretooth was Wolverine's dad. And you didn't watch the right Kagamusha. You didn't watch this movie.
I'm sorry, this movie's not worth watching. To be honest, I gave it as much attention as deserved, even though we're doing a podcast.
I don't know.
I gave it extra attention because we're doing a podcast. That's how little attention this movie deserved.
Hold on, I just remembered there is actually in this sequence there's 2 guards that just start shooting at them, but it's like just an excuse so that like Emma Frost can do
Oh
her,
god,
like,
Emma Frost looks so bad.
Yeah, she looks really bad.
Those effects are terrible. They look so much better a couple years later in
First class.
That
I mean,
wasn't
all the effects in First Class look good, and that's like I don't know, like where the discrepancy was, because you would think
And this takes place after First Class,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So why Emma Frost is suddenly in a mutant prison as a
Just
teenage
Don't.
girl.
Yeah.
We
When
can't
she
do
was
continuity.
a full-grown woman as Kevin Bacon. What's his character's name?
Robert Shaw, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even though she's like Shaw's main right-hand muscle.
Yeah.
Whatever. I will
I'm
say
about
though,
ready
Sure,
to be
wait,
done
wait.
talking about this.
I do want to say one last thing. The best part about this movie is, yes, that it led directly into First Class, because First Class was originally X-Men Origins Magneto.
And
they were like,
I know that.
They were like, everybody fucking hated this movie. How about it's about Magneto and Xavier when they're young? And
Yeah.
that's a great movie, and it kind of saved the franchise.
Oh, Quicksilver's in this. That guy, the blonde kid, he's like running really fast for like a second. He's like restrained in this, which is another recasted character that pops up.
Like three times or twice. Is he-
Well, in the Fox X-Men, he's one kind of Quicksilver, and then because of weird legal
Oh
issues,
yeah, he's Aaron Taylor Johnson in
the Age of Ultron. But then
Evan
Peters
Peters
does show up in WandaVision, but then he turns out to be a fake in that one. But he does actually kind of show up, which is crazy. But it's like supposed to be like a meta kind of thing. But I don't know. WandaVision's actually not bad.
One last thing before we finish. I'm sorry. I just
Yeah.
really like this movie. You know, it's interesting. The whole section with the old couple,
Yeah.
They kind of do that again, but good in Logan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
because like that whole like literally almost beat for beat that exact
Yes.
same scene or setup for a series of scenes happens. Him and Xavier end up staying with an old couple. They're really nice to them, and then they get them killed.
But there's like there's good dialogue.
Yeah, there's good dialogue. It's interesting. That's the whole part where Xavier says something to him like, "See, Logan, this is like you could still have this if you
Yeah.
want. Like you're not doomed to have a miserable life."
And then his clone comes in and kills everybody.
And kills everyone. And even like the old guy tries to like kill Logan at the end of it. It's so
Yeah.
miserable.
It's like it's such a better executed version of that, of this whole thing.
Well, we could do final thoughts really quick. I'm going to skip you, Miles, because you didn't actually watch the movie.
I did watch it.
Fine. Final thoughts, Miles.
Final thoughts on this film. Yeah, special effects are bad. Story is boring. Couldn't really hold my attention. I don't care about comic book movies. 0 stars.
This is the part where like Deadpool's
Look
just
at
shooting
this,
the
look at this.
lasers directly at his claws. The whole time.
Honestly, like
does
it's
it
a
just-
cool looking part. I do like when the laser goes around and takes down the what do you call it? The cooling
silo
tower.
thing,
Yeah, the cooling silo. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But this movie still sucks.
I love this last fight scene. It's very stupid.
It's so
and
dumb.
bad and dumb. But
Decapitate.
see, it's happening. It's happening.
Got upset. That is a cool looking shot with his like claws glowing
Razor hot.
red. Yeah, which is something they actually did in the comics later at some point where like his healing factor gets like supercharged to the point where like his claws actually heat up because it's like his body's like healing around it so hard. I don't know. So he has like super hot like claws for some reason, but then they quickly went away because most fans were like, that's stupid.
All right, Jason, final thoughts.
This movie sucks. It's funny to watch, I guess, but I never want to see it again. I'll never watch this movie again. I hate it.
Ron, final thoughts.
There's a lot of stuff I want. It's like
Well,
I'll say like Stryker is like there's a reason why he keeps popping up because he is such an interesting, compelling X-Men character. I think it's really interesting how much he's changed as a character like in the movies because in X2 like because in the comics Stryker's actually like more of a villain of the X-Men in general. He plays like he's like a religious fanatic, like he's a reverend who like thinks that the mutants are just like abominations and everything. But I think in X2 when they wanted to bring that character, but since Wolverine was the flagship character of the franchise, they kind of shifted him to be like the person who created Wolverine in the Weapon X program, which I think is not a bad choice. Like in terms of just like having that kind of character around to just to motivate him and have him be like a villain and everything. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. So there's that. There's a lot of there's things like that in this movie that I can appreciate. Sabretooth's like relationship with Logan and everything is kind of like it's interesting ideas, but then just none of them are executed well outside of the cool 5-minute intro. Outside of that, this movie is just it's bad. It's awful. Like you said, it's the effects, the dialogue. There's so much that's bad. It's at least entertaining bad. Like I had a good time watching it and like laughing at it. So there's that, I guess. I don't see myself rewatching this anytime soon, to be honest, because it's like if there's any like Wolverine movie that I want to watch, I'd rather I don't know, because even the Wolverine, that one's biggest problem with me was that it was kind of boring.
Yeah,
from what I remember,
it is.
It's like so I'm like it's somewhere between like it's like there's Logan that is actually a good movie, and there's this which is bad but at least entertaining.
You can always just watch Days of Future Past. That's
Yeah.
basically a Wolverine movie.
Yeah, well, even Days of Future Past, they do a. I liked that one too because they do kind of have Wolverine mostly step away from. Like he's not like the main focus.
He's kind of like the audience insert character.
Yeah, which is
he's a conduit.
which is like a lot of times the best way when they have Wolverine in X-Men is like he's not supposed to be like the main character. He's like he does a bunch of stuff on his own, which is cool. But like when he's around, just to kind of be like a support character that kind of I don't know, adds a little.
He's kind of like the lone wolf that's part of the group. Like he's
Yeah.
the one that goes off to the side while the group's actually doing the important shit.
Yeah.
And he gets like the side mission done.
but he's really cool. So that's why they were like, we're leading with Wolverine, because Cyclops has not gotten his flowers yet, at least in the live action movies. Maybe we will because in the new one, but we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. That was long winded.
They should have done origins for Beast Man.
Sure,
Or
why
Beast
not?
Man.
I mean, he
Or
gets his
Beast.
Or Beast?
Beast.
He
Dude,
gets-
Beast
he gets-
has a really cool story too.
He gets his
Yeah.
origin in First Class.
He does.
And
He
it works
does.
out good.
First Class was like, it's like everything that they fail to do in this movie.
They do really good.
They
in that
do,
movie.
way better. We're there because in this movie they do introduce Deadpool, Sabretooth, Wolverine, Gambit. Who else am I missing? Like a Cyclops.
Will.i.am playing
You get-
Guy.
You get like 5 different origins, like quote unquote origins of these characters, and none of them are satisfying. And then in like First Class, they introduce like 8 characters, and they're actually all good.
It's very seamless how they do it too.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
My final thoughts. Look, it's a huge piece of shit. I am not deluded myself into thinking this is some misunderstood hidden gem. It's got every problem in the book. Nothing works. It's fucking laughably bad. But I'm going to be honest, I love this movie. I'll watch it any day, anytime. I fucking absolutely love this movie. I think it's a great time. I think it's very funny. I quote it. I still quote it to this day. I do pull out a couple X-Men Origin Wolverine quotes. And I think for that reason, that's why it's my guilty pleasure, because I pleasure myself guiltily to it.
Would you still consider it a guilty pleasure?
Oh,
then?
absolutely. I love this movie.
It didn't get better this time.
Oh no!
rewatching it?
This movie's not going to get better. There's nothing. There's never going to be a group of fans that say release the whatever the director's name's cut is. Like, it is what it is. And here is terrible Patrick Stewart
Oh my
CGI.
God, dude.
It's really
so
bad.
fucking bad.
And to be fair though, Blake has made me watch the Days of Future Past trailer like probably 40 times at this point.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
A great trailer.
Would you
That's-
would you recommend this movie still?
Yeah. I tell it like
Who are you recommending this movie to?
anybody. I mean, I'm upfront with it. Like, it's a really stupid fucking movie, but if you want to watch it,
Oh God, it's just the shot where they're running to the helicopter.
there's
it looks
Gambit going
so
up.
bad.
there's Gambit. Like, up, never mind.
He's like, oh, they got it. This mysterious man is taking all these kids who were experimented on away to someplace else. Like, okay,
I guess that's okay.
it's so
Poor Taylor Kitsch.
yeah.
Maybe he'll show up in like a Tarantino movie or something and revitalize his
He
career.
really needs like
Something.
something. Yeah, like he's around. He's a good actor. I'm sure he's fine, but like he's never really, I think, had a really good shot. Maybe there is. I don't know. Do you guys know of a good Taylor Kitsch movie to watch? Let us know in the comments.
People love the Friday Night Lights show, and apparently he was a star on that show.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's
there's
true.
that.
All right, we'll get into what we've been watching. Miles,
So I've been watching Homeland still. So that's been good. I really think they should have ended it after season. Was that season 3 or season 4? Season 3. So at the end of season 3, they kind of jump off the original storyline into a new plot line. So if they had just done it for 3 seasons, would have been great. Season 4 was okay, not great. And then season 5 so far is just something completely different. Also good, not great. Yeah. And then Jason and I watched a movie that I was surprisingly I liked a lot more than I thought I would. And that movie was
RRR.
Oh, okay.
Fucking incredible film.
right. Like I was not expecting that. Like I don't know. I hadn't really ever thought about enjoying Bollywood movies. Like that just wasn't my thing. But I watched it and I was like, oh my God, like this is like really good action, really good choreography. The style of it was really cool. And everything kind of just worked.
The greatest bromance ever put to film.
Seriously. Like, yeah.
Technically, it's not Bollywood. It's Tollywood, which is like a different branch of like Indian filmmaking. But
so uncultured.
Yes. But I'm just
I
saying.
am uncultured.
I just want to
Sorry.
make it clear because
Yeah.
I know some people. I mean,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, I can understand why people.
We don't
It's
get
better
nothing
for you
else
to
for
correct
it.
me than the comments. I get it.
Yes, But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things. I never actually seen it, but when it came out that year, it got a lot of like a lot of people were talking about it. Like a lot of American audiences.
It's because it was released on Netflix in America, and obviously most movies from India do not get that treatment. But so it is like probably the most popular movie from India.
It's got Ray Stevenson in it.
Really?
It does, yeah.
Oh, cool.
He plays a incredibly evil person.
Okay.
That's the thing about this movie is there's no subtlety whatsoever, and I kind of love it. Like the evil people are evil, the good people are good, and their dialogue is basically explaining like I'm bad or I'm good, and
there's a little bit of like moral shifting and gray area throughout the film as you like learn more about the characters.
Yes,
but,
but like they're that's more the film misleading you rather than like they are always steadfast in their goals. And I don't know. I had a fucking great. I haven't had that much fun watching a movie in a very long time.
Same. It's probably my favorite movie I've watched so far this year.
It's
better than Bad Boys 2 then?
By far. Yes.
Yes, it's better than Bad Boys 2, which
better than
means
X-Men.
a lot coming from me.
Better than Origins Wolverine?
Yes.
I mean, that's a hard bar to.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see, I guess.
Highly recommend RRR.
Is it like over like 3 hours long or something?
Yeah. It's 3 hours and 7 minutes.
It didn't feel long though.
Yeah, the
Like,
pacing's good.
The pacing was good.
It takes its time. Also, like, there's multiple sequences of like musical numbers that are just incredible.
Even the credits were great.
Yeah, the credits. There's that 10-minute montage of them just being the best of friends.
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude. It's just a blast. It's so much fun.
I remember just learning that Bollywood films, but I imagine Tollywood kind of follows a similar format. They have like that because it like basically it's getting similar to how it is here, where like movies are very expensive to go to. So when they go to the movies, they expect it to have like pretty much hit all of the genres in one film. Is this similar to that, where they say it's supposed to be like funny, there's romance, there's action, there's
I'd say that.
There's not too much romance. It's very subtle. Okay. I mean, there is bromance, and that bromance goes
There
hard.
is a love story, but it's not like super heavy-handed or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, definitely got the comedy aspects there. Got action, got
music
and dancing. It's I don't know, it's just a really cool movie, and I feel like the story, they worked really hard to get a really tight, nice script put together.
Like fight a tiger in that?
He throws a tiger at some not a tiger, sorry, it's a leopard. He throws a leopard at somebody.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, see that there is a lot of animal stuff, and a tiger does get punched in the face at some point.
It's all CGI though, so
I imagine
they got a big like disclaimer at the beginning of the film that says like they listed out like every single type of animal, and they were like none of these animals were injured in the filming of this movie.
There's one that's not on that list.
I'm sure there is. Yeah,
a kangaroo got punched for real. Okay, what are you watching, Jason?
Well, I watched RRR.
Really? How was
that?
that?
It was great.
Yeah, I heard it was like 3 hours.
It's 3 hours. I also watched another 3-hour movie, Avatar: The Way of Water.
Why?
I don't know, because I want to like this because I think it's a cool thing. The fact that they've basically created a fucking other world, and that's really cool to me. It's just the stories.
You've lost Miles. He's texting.
You liked Avatar.
Okay, I liked.
You saw it 3 times in 3D.
Because of the 3D. I did not like it for the story.
That's my point.
Or for the world building. I liked it because it was this brand new thing in this new type of 3D where you didn't have the red and the blue glasses. You had like the actual like really good 3D. Like it looked like it was the way of the future. Like as a tech geek, I was like, holy crap, like this is like game changing right here.
It did. I remember.
And it still is. It looks fucking incredible.
Like I remember watching in theaters and I was like, whoa, the depth and everything.
Right?
the fact that it's not just like, whoa, it's a yo-yo coming at your face is like, it just looks like you're looking into a jungle or whatever. And I was like, that is cool. But outside of that, I was like, I don't know. And I do respect the fact that, it is like the fact that it is an original sci-fi, like epic big story. It's like, I do also want to like it more than it is, but the stories are so bland.
I've heard
Well, that's the
you
thing.
said the second one is like the same movie, basically.
Pretty much. I mean, it has the same villain, except now he's a
Navi.
Navi.
Yeah.
And it's all the things that like people really complain about The Way of Water about is the stuff I liked. They're like, "Oh, it just looks like a National Geographic film." I'm like, I like that. That's cool. That's interesting to me. And then the story is just like so fucking boring. I can't bring myself. I'm gonna watch Fire and Ash whenever it comes on Disney Plus.
Did you watch that, Ron?
No. I remember I watched Way of Water, but like I didn't want to really. But it's like I like James Cameron. Like I'm a big fan of James Cameron. Like I want to support him and just
he really needs your money.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, but like it's like I want to be like, it's like it should like I feel like this movie studios took all the wrong lessons from that, where they're like, we just need bigger budget, more 3D, and it's like, but the original storytelling or like I don't know, like any of the other stuff that like is the stuff that's actually good about it, they kind of just glossed over. Because like thanks to the first Avatar, we had a new wave of like it felt like for like there was 10 movies that came out afterwards that were all just like 3D.
There was like a good like 2 years where like a lot of studios were, after the movie was complete, try to like make a 3D render of it, and it was awful.
Because they're like, oh, dude, he made a shitload of money because now it's a special 3D showing, so it's like now
it's crazy. Regal still has extra 3D fucking.
It's probably
wild.
specifically only for
that
Avatar when
might
those
be.
movies come out.
So I don't know when the fuck the last time I saw a movie try to be 3D.
Just remember, guys, the only reason James Cameron made Titanic is so that he could business expense a submarine.
It's probably true. He's obviously obsessed
I mean,
with
he'd been down there multiple times at that point.
From what I heard,
but
actually, he did
make money off of it that way.
He Titanic was actually what got him into like submarine stuff. Or no, I'm so wrong. I take that back. It was the Abyss is what got him into that. Yes, and then Titanic was a thing, and then he was like, oh, like they just rediscovered the Titanic and everything, and then he was like, I'll be perfect, and then he became even more obsessed with it. And he's
a weird water guy.
He really does like water. Like there's a lot of water stuff, which is fine. His movies are all like kind of blue, and that's cool. I like it. I appreciate a blue moonlight. It's cool. He stuck with it, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll watch Fire and Ash like same thing. Like when it comes on Disney Plus or something. I almost wanted to go watch in the theater, but I was like, like I don't know. Do I want to see this story again? But now there's like a fire lady. Like I don't know.
I've heard it's also very similar to the previous two stories.
It's like the least rate or the lowest rated out of all.
Yeah,
of them,
I think
right?
people weren't as blown away by it as the other two. Because I know like a lot of people are defenders of the Way of Water. Like, it was good.
Or the Avatar franchise just generally.
Yeah, but I think like I didn't really hear people talk that much about Fire and Ash. And that was like what it was recently, right? That was like
it came out in December.
Wait,
I thought it was already on Disney Plus, and I was gonna watch it. And then, like, I looked it up, and it came out like 2 months ago.
They have a third Avatar movie?
Yeah, it just came out too.
Came out a couple months ago. It was a big one.
Fire and Ash.
Shows
Fire
you what
and
I know.
ass.
Go outside, Miles. You gotta go.
Yeah, I got to touch grass.
Anything else, Jason? Or
No, that's it.
Ron, what'd you watch?
I recently, like literally like the last 2 days, I just rewatched the Dune movies.
The good one?
Yes, actually, the Denis Villeneuve.
I don't think
version.
you're talking about
Yeah, we're not. The first, when he said Dennis Villeneuve, I was like, nope, not him.
Rewatching them both like back to back because I hadn't done that, even though like I really liked both of them. It really made me appreciate like Paul Atreides' like arc a lot more because I think they do just work better as just one really long movie. Because they're like the weaknesses from the first one do stand out, where it's like the pace is kind of slower, not necessarily in like the best way. Like there's some things that like there's a lot of things that I think are missing that would be cool. A little more like political intrigue, like stuff like the scenes that are cut out from the book. Honestly, not to just be the annoying book reader guy, but like it was like there's like a dinner scene which apparently they did shoot, and you see like a lot of the different like nobles that like live on Arrakis, and they're like all talking about like the current state of like things, and it's like it's cool, and I think that would have added a lot to it, but whatever. And yeah, rewatching part 2, it's like yeah, it's just kind of better in every way than the first one, but I think seeing the jump from like Paul's turn from in the first one where he's like, oh my god, like I'm gonna cause a fucking like a holy jihad that's gonna kill all these people in the world or like across the galaxy, to like the ending of the second movie where he's just like, yeah, I guess I'll do that, like whatever. Like I don't know, it's like it's a really cool kind of arc just seeing him get through that, and you know he's like, I guess we got to be Harkonnens, and he's just kind of just down to just be the villain. And every time I rewatch, like I remember Blake, when we left the movie theater, and you're like the scene where he's shows up on like the giant like sandworm like walking up, and he's like wearing cloaked in black. Like if you just started there, you'd be like, this is like the super villain who's showing up, and he's like, you know, he's the main protagonist. He's the you know, the quote unquote like kind of good guy.
Yeah, I like the I honestly I don't care. I don't care for the first one. I just find it fucking boring. The second one is pretty dope. I really enjoyed it. And I remember
I still need to watch it.
I didn't even really want to see it, but you were like, oh, let's go see Dune. Let's go see Dune. I'm like, okay, like I probably should. I mean, I like the Denis Villeneuve quite a bit. And so I didn't care for the first one. Yeah, I was like, I remember leaving the theater, like that was fucking awesome. Like it's a long movie, but like the pacing was really good.
Yeah.
I really liked Tim Chameleon, as I call him. I really liked Tim Chameleon in that movie. Like honestly, best performance next to Marty Supreme is Dune Part 2. Like I really like how he portrays Paul Atreides, who has a very big but subtle arc at the same time. And I think he like nailed that. I don't know. I loved Dune Part 2. I thought it was great. I still don't care for the first one, and I'll probably never watch it again, to be honest.
Honestly, it's fair. I think it does help again, yeah, watching them together, because it does like a lot of
too
it.
Much.
Yeah, it's but I'm really excited for the third one, and I don't know if you guys heard this, but recently IMAX announced that because Dune Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday are coming out on the same day, which is
That's
crazy.
absurd. That's absurd.
But I think like the balls for like Warner Brothers and them to just be like, no, we're not moving. Like you move, right?
Yeah.
And then IMAX chose, because they do exclusive like theater showings and stuff, they chose Dune Part 3 over Avengers Doomsday, which if you just 5 years ago, if you said that, I would have been like, that's crazy. But no, they chose, they're like, nah, Part 3, we're sticking with that one.
Dang it.
That's
I'm
'cause the
going
Marvel
to have
movies
to
are
go
ugly.
see that movie now just so that I can show my disdain for Avengers.
It's crazy how much like the dynamic has shifted in like a fairly short amount of time.
It's because like the main fight in fucking Doomsday is probably going to take place in a parking lot or something.
Yeah, probably.
Like those movies are so ugly.
And also like Denis likes to shoot in IMAX. Like so much of the, I think Part 2, I don't remember if it was not the entire thing, because I think, was it Oppenheimer that did the entire movie IMAX? Whatever. But the point is that he does really like to shoot it in IMAX, and it makes sense for the scale of those movies. So I'm like really looking forward to watching that in theaters now.
Yeah, I should watch Part 2 at some point.
Do you think I would be missing anything if I watched Part 3 without watching Part 2?
Probably,
Yes.
yeah.
I
It
would
is Part 2 of 3, so.
I am a little nervous.
No, he said Part 3 without watching the first two. I'd imagine you might miss some things that are probably important.
I think it's the one thing I am concerned about is that like the third or Part 3 is supposed to be like a mix of the second book, which is Dune Messiah, and Children of Dune, which is a little bit like that feels kind of shaky because the second one and the third one, there's a lot of stuff that happens across both of them that I feels like, how are they gonna stitch that together? Like how are they gonna like make that work? But I don't know. I trust Denis. I think he can probably pull it off, but we'll see. I'm kind of nervous though going into it, more than even I was the first two, but I'm also really excited. So I don't know. It feels like a fun time to watch it, to be into these movies. So yeah.
I haven't watched anything.
Oh,
Perfect. Awesome.
all right. Thanks folks for listening. No, I'm kidding.
I'm trying to think. Did I watch any TV shows? I don't know. I didn't watch any movies.
You reading anything? I don't know. We usually just talk about things we watch. But
I'm reading The Stand by Stephen King. It's very good.
It is good.
I don't want to spoil.
Is that part of the Dark Tower stuff, right? Or-
It's one of
required
the
reading.
Required reading.
Yeah, so I guess I'll talk about this really quick. I'm trying to get into the Dark Tower series for the third time. And it's like I really don't like the first book, The Gunslinger. But I got through it. It's a 200-page book, by the way. But I got through it. I'm like, okay. And then I was told by a bunch of people, oh, actually, you have to read like 800-page books before you start this fucking
Some
series.
people will say, in order to completely experience the Dark Tower, you have to read 23 books.
oh my gosh, dude.
But
crazy.
What is this guy, Brandon Sanderson?
He's the original.
I'm actually almost done with The Stand. I'm in book 3. I'm in the home stretch. It's very good. It's it's incredible. It's probably still my second favorite Stephen King book. I really like 11/22/63, but it's definitely my second favorite by him. We'll see if that changes by the end. But yeah, no movies or TV shows. Sorry, everybody. Been busy.
It's okay.
Me and Ron went
I
camping,
understand.
so
We did. That was cool. Just the two of us, you know.
just the two of us.
Only one sleeping bag.
Just the
Oh yeah, of course you gotta stay warm.
Yeah.
we just slept in the dumpster together in a sleeping bag. It was fun, but we didn't watch any movies. We could have brought a projector and we waited till like 1 a.m. and turned it up
just
really loud. and
blasted.
projected it on someone's tent. That's how you should have rewatched both Dune movies.
No, that's how you rewatch The Revenant.
Yeah, or Serious Skin. I guess what? We're all watching it now.
I hope everyone at this campsite is committed to watching The Mysterious Skin at 1 a.m. But anyways, Ron,
Oh shit, yeah.
it is your choice for the guiltiest of pleasures.
I almost forgot.
What's your choice?
So I'm gonna say Heartbreakers. Heartbreakers is a movie I haven't revisited in many years, so I'm interested to see how it'll hold up. But I do remember really liking it back in the day. It's the one that's got Sigourney Weaver and Jennifer Love Hewitt and Gene
Ghost
Hackman.
Whisperer.
Yes, yeah. Gene Hackman and Jason Lee is also in it. I had that movie. I think is a good one just because I think there's a good mix of like good and bad.
And
in that
Bancroft's
movie.
in it.
Who?
And Bancroft.
Who's that?
The Graduate. She's,
Snap! Yes, she is. Oh yeah, yeah. See, I'm excited to rewatch it. I want to see if it holds up in any way. But I do remember thinking like there's a lot of parts in that movie that are just dumb. But like it's a fun movie from what I remember. So I kind of want to just give
Carrie
it a shot.
Fisher's in it?
Sure. Oh yes, I do remember she's in it too. I'm having like flashbacks now to like it should be a fun watch.
Zach Galifianakis?
okay.
This is way before he was big, too.
Huh? I don't remember him at all.
Probably
Ray Liotta's in it also,
Probably a
too.
really small part.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of this movie, so
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
should be
Good luck,
interesting.
everyone. So watch Heartbreakers.
All right.
Okay.
Watch Heartbreakers. Rewatch X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's worth it. 2 watches in 1 week. Trust me.
actually watch RRR because it's fucking
Yes,
fun.
you should.
Or Avatar: The Way of Water, as you say. It's your
You-
favorite movie of
you
all
don't
time.
you don't need to watch that movie. No one needs to watch that movie.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.